Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to talk about why, how, and when I prune my tomato plants. So let's get to work. So I'm going to start by clipping the bottom leaves, the ones that are starting to touch the soil. As you know, I don't want any leaves touching the soil, so I'll take my scissors. Actually, these scissors are a little too small, so I'm going to use those and just lift it up and clip it. And I will clip this one as well. And this one has bottom leaves that need to be clipped as well. The reason I'm clipping the bottom leaves is because I want to assure that there is some airflow through the garden. And also, as you know, I'm in Arizona. There are snakes here, so I want to be able to see what's between my plants when I'm reaching there. Okay, there is another plant that needs to be trimmed, and I know not all snakes are poisonous, but just to be safe, I will trim the rest of them, and then I will come back and I will show you how I prune the suckers. First, I'm going to show you how I prune the small suckers. And as you can see right over here, guys, this is the leaf, this is the stem. This guy here, we don't need it. It's just going to take energy out of the plant. So this is small enough that you can just pinch it with your fingers. Again, the main stem, the leaf, and it's going between the leaf and the main stem. And here on this plant, unfortunately, I let one sucker get out of the way. I just didn't see it. That's why you have to check them almost on a daily basis. And this one already is forming flowers, so I really don't want to get rid of it. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna trim it down a little bit. And I'm gonna leave the blooms over here, but I will not let it grow anymore. So here is what I'm gonna do with this bad boy. Okay, here is the sucker and here are the blooms. This leaf, I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't want it taking energy from the plant. And here is an example of a sucker growing out of the fruit. So here we have the blooms and then we have suckers growing on the side. So I will clip this guy, and then this guy on this side, I will clip him off too. So the plant can concentrate its energy on growing fruit, not leaves. Also make sure to check what kind of tomato plants you have, because there are tomato plants that are determinate that you're not supposed to trim. So make sure to check what kind of plants you have. And here we have another example of sucker growing out of the bloom. So here I have the blooms, and carefully I will clip this leaf off. Now I'll clip this one off too. And here is what sucker is, guys. So this is the main stem of the tomato plant right up here. This is the leaf, and you see how that thing just grew out here. And I was gonna do an experiment. I was gonna clip this guy off because I heard that you can replant those and they will produce tomatoes. I'm sure they will, but it's way too big and it already has blooms on it, so I just can't clip it now. So I will try with different tomato plants further down. I have another batch starting right now. So the main reason I prune my tomato plants is because, as my parents always said, you want to grow tomatoes, not bushes. And by getting rid of the suckers, you allow more nutrients and energy to go through, towards your tomatoes, not just growing leaves and branches. And the reason I trim the bottom leaves of my tomato plants is because, as you know, I'm in Arizona, so we have rattlesnakes, a bunch of other snakes, scorpions, creatures. It's almost like living in the zoo here. And I understand they're animals. I'm in their territory, they're not in mine. So I try to coexist with them the best I can. I don't want them in my garden, and if they're there, I want to be able to see them. However, another reason I cut the bottom leaves of my tomato plants is because I want to assure nice airflow underneath and between the plants. And however, I do leave quite a few leaves on the plants. I don't chop all of them. I leave quite a few because they provide nice shade over the soil and keep it cooler during the day. How to do it, I already showed you guys. Just make sure that the tools that you're using, scissors or cutters, they're clean, because you might have cut another plant before that, and you don't want to transfer any disease to your tomato plants. How often I do it as often as I can, usually about once a week, sometimes even more often than that, because I want to be able to catch the suckers when they're still very young, and I can just pinch them with my fingernails instead of using tools. Plus, the earlier you catch them, the earlier your plant will have more energy and will focus its sources and resources to growing bigger tomatoes. In the next video, guys, I'm going to show you how I'm going to secure my tomato plants. I started building it. I'll show you in the next video. For very windy weather, as you know, we get very strong winds here in Arizona during monsoon season, so that will be in my next video. So if you have any questions, please put them in the comment section below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if this is your first time on my channel, please subscribe for more videos on gardening and gardening tips. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. Bye.